nobody's a fan of that.
John, having a chance to review the Maryland game, what areas you see are most concerned? Or can you limit it to just one or two?
Offense, defense, special teams. I think that we made key mistakes at key times. They made key plays at key times. Excuse for the fact, I think that the transfers, their veterans made key plays, and we have some freshmen had some big mix-ups on defense.
Right.
Now we got to get past that. It's hard. We're going up to New York 0-2 and going to play against two very good teams. And so, we have to continue to learn on the fly here and improve on the fly. Yes.
Is there anything you're saying to your team to kind of? I mean, I assume they're focused even more after being 0-2 and know the urgency of having to get. You don't want to start let 2 wins get to 2 losses, get to 3 losses, get to 4 losses, that type of thing.
Yeah, I think we just have to get better. We have to improve. We aren't looking at it. Oh, let's not let 2 get to 4. Yeah. It's let's go out and play well the next game. Let's go out and play well the next half. Let's go out and play well the next possession. Right. And you guys are going to say if we take care of that, the big picture will take care of itself. So I think is there a sense of urgency? Yeah, but there always is. There always is, and so. I'm glad to get back on the court, and they're ready to get back on the court. So we get back on the court tomorrow.
And Trey, is he going to be able to, health-wise?
No, Trey, I'm trying to think what our official statement is at this point.
Okay.
He's got an undisclosed illness.
Okay.
He's not going to travel with us.
Okay.
So he's not going to be available. And that's probably as much as I want to say about it right now at this point. Once it gets to where we are ready to say something, we will.
And what does that mean for the backcourt? What's the rotation going to? How is that going to impact what you do substitution-wise and rotation-wise?
Well, it'll probably be pretty similar to the second half of the other day.
Right.
And quite honestly, we have I can't think right now how many healthy bodies we have on our team, and everybody has to be ready to contribute. Right. Everyone has to be ready to contribute. Some of our forwards, I said all along, we've got some forwards that we can put in the backcourt, and they're going to have to do that.
How close was Paul to being able to go in that game? Will he be ready for anymore?
I hope so. We don't know yet. Quite honestly, I thought he was going to be able to go. He practiced and then he tweaked something on warm-ups. But just before the game, where I was found out that he couldn't go.
What stands out to you for Wisconsin, especially as opposed to last year and this year? What's the difference?
Wisconsin's Wisconsin, and I say that to say they don't change much. They're always very, very good. They don't beat themselves. Obviously last year with Becker, with Kaminsky, and some of the guys they lost. But their team's notorious for, regardless of what happens, they keep on churning them out. Their next man is always ready to step up. And so, we're going to go against a team that's an outstanding defensive team. Nothing is easy against them. Everything is earned. And against a team at the offensive end, they don't turn the ball over. They get a shot every possession. And so we cannot be careless with the ball. We have to get shots every time down the court because they are. And so, this is one of those things where you have to play very well to beat them. You have to on both ends of the court because they execute down through the years as well as any team in college basketball.
Nigel Hayes is one of the few guys back from their main guys from last year. What's the challenge with him?
He's so versatile. He can do a lot of different things. He's a strong kid, but he can make shots. He can play power. He can play finesse. And I think this is versatility. So the high basketball IQ. He's just good. He's a good player.
Going to your Hayes, before the season started, you said you thought Bradley was continuing to play like he had against Eastern Washington and kept it up clearly through 2 games. That's been the case. What has pleased you the most about what you've seen from him so far?
Yeah, I've said, BJ, Bradley, as much as anyone we have, cares about winning. He doesn't. He's a selfless player. He just wants to do any and everything that it takes to win. He wants to win, and so you're glad. It's 2 games is not a season make, but 2 games in, I'm glad to see him getting some reward for the work that he's put in. And it's not like he just started working. He's been from day one. He always cared about winning. From day one, it's always been, what can I do to help this team, this program, this school, and so. Glad to see him have a little bit of success. But telling him, it's only going to get harder because now people have film on it. Now people can do a scouting. But prior to this, there wasn't that much to evaluate, or the opposition's. As they go through their scouting report, there's not much to say. Hey, he likes to do this. He doesn't like to do that. So, as they start to take away his strengths and what he's been succeeding at, is how he can continue to evolve as that process happens.
You obviously see him practicing here against the other big guys you have, but were you sort of maybe pleasantly surprised to see, because the 2 games before that he gets done well was against smaller teams, to go up against a team with Maryland with that size, to see him be able in a game to be able to duplicate that?
Was I happy? Yes, I was very happy.
Just surprised. I was really surprised, but just pleased to see that hey, even against this somebody pushing it back with equal size, he was able to get it done.
No, I mean, I think I said, maybe I haven't said, all spring and all summer, it's just like the clouds opened up for him. He's been playing well, and so, if you're sitting here saying, do I anticipate him staying at the clip that he's at right now? I hope so, but who knows what tomorrow holds. But to say, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
One thing you mentioned was that Wisconsin was really good defensively. One of their few weaknesses is that they're one of the worst defending the 3-pointer in the nation. Like, teams average 45% against them from the 3-point line. How are you going to look to exploit that?
I'm going to tell our guys, make your threes. One thing that they do, and they don't give you threes, but they just protect the paint so much. It's hard to feed the post. To your bigs, to anyone, they really protect the paint. And so you have to be ready to shoot. You have to be ready to make shots. Now, what they have success when you come down and take a quick outside shot because you're kind of almost open, and then you got to go play defense and stop them. And then you come down and take a quick outside shot because you're kind of almost open. And so you still have to make a point to make them work defensively, even though they do an outstanding job. Keeping it out of the middle. And so, the question is part of our game plan to come down and start shooting a bunch of threes. No, but if we have good shooters and if you guys are open, you're ready to take the shot, you're ready to step up and make it.
John, flipping that around, Maryland goes 5 of 10 from 3 in the second half. Radford went 8 of 16 from 3 second half and overtimes. What do you tell you guys about defending the 3-point line?
We have to do a better job of it, and when we get anxious and are worried about penetration, because in both of those games you have a couple of kids that were getting in there penetrating on us that you still can't forget that we have to defend the line. So it's a process. We've watched a lot of film, we've done a lot of drills, but you have to be good at both. You have to be able to help and support your teammate who's getting beat, but then at the same time, it doesn't mean just totally commit and forget about the guy that's standing out there. And so we just have to get better at both because we have a group that's, we're going to need to help and support each other, but at the same time, we got to get out to that line.
Anything else, guys?
With that memory, obviously, even in the last game, DSR sitting, LK had to be more of the de facto point guard, I guess. How do you think he did, and is that correct, more responsibility for him to actually?
Yeah, obviously, yes. He's gonna have to initiate the offense more. As I said, as are some of our forwards. Caleb is gonna have to. I don't know that I start to say LJ's a point guard, but if you define point guard as the person bringing it up, making the first pass, well, then maybe he is a point guard. But he's not all of a sudden going to become a little field general out there doing that. Because that means he can bring the ball up, get our offense flowing, get it started. Absolutely, it's not solely the burden is going to fall on him. We have enough versatile pieces where we can spread it around.
What straight year that you guys go to the Garden for a neutral site regular season game? What makes the Garden kind of like a second home away from home?
Because it is that. You look through the history. Georgetown in New York, Georgetown in the Garden. A lot of when you think about Georgetown basketball, obviously because it's the Big East, but a lot of those memories are unanimous, linked in with Madison Square Garden. And so we like it out there. We do think that is home away from home. And I don't want our guys, when we get there in March, I want to just be kind of used to the routine. We know we have a St. John's game away, but I want to get used to the routine of going up there.
Does someone say there's a tournament in New York and you say, okay, today's work we're in, or do they say, hey, Wisconsin, VCU, we want you to be part of it? Which particular day?
It's both. It's not. I mean, out of conference scheduling, it's depending on who the promoter is, depending on who the venue, it can work any number of ways. Hey, we're putting together a tournament in New York, are you in? Or we have this tournament, this is the field that you want to play with, it's New York or wherever else we're in. Usually we have not usually. I always have. I've never just committed to a venue. It's always been the field, with the understanding that we do like to go to New York as much as possible. But I don't blindly just say, yeah, we're in. I don't care.
Is preparation for this sort of like an NCAA tournament setting where you have a game in 2 days later, you don't know who you're playing, but you got 2 teams you kind of keep track of?
It is. I guess the only difference is, with the off season, from whenever the schedule is set, whenever the kids get back to school, and we start workouts, we start practice, that it's sitting there. So, one random couple of days in September, we, may have gone over Wisconsin stuff. Another couple of days, we may have gone over Duke stuff. Another couple of days, we may have gone over VCU stuff. So that, okay, now when we come back to that, hey, there are triggers in their head, and we can show the film. Remember we did this, and so, unlike the NCAA tournament, we had no clue until that night. Now with the preseason, the pre-game, whatever that part of the schedule is called, practice. We can pull aside a couple of days or a day here and focus on all those teams. So when we get here, it won't be brand new.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you, guys.